Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss the top stocks to watch for today. We're also going to look at the overall markets and determine what to expect for today and maybe even for tomorrow, right? So let's dive right into it right off the bat. We got the SPY. And yesterday I told you guys to watch out for this move right here. All right. There is this level of support now at 44.85. I want you guys to watch the markets for a potential red to green move. Now, the red move happened after the initial pump, but it wasn't that deep. Like, it went right back to the price that it opened at and immediately spiked up to close to 454. Right now it is near 454. Is it going to go higher? I would say the trend is bullish at the moment. I would definitely say that the trend is bullish. I wouldn't try to go against it unless there is a structure intraday that appears that make me want to go the other way. But for now, continue watching the market for a continuation higher. The SPY is up by 0.20%. The Nasdaq hasn't moved overnight, and the Dow Jones is up by 0.45%. In yesterday's video, I mentioned specifically that the Dow Jones was lacking. It was slower, and that it needed to catch up to the other two indices, right? And so far, it's been doing just that. It's trying to catch up. I think the stocks of the Dow, again, I'm saying this once again. If you haven't watched the last video, I mentioned it in that video. I told you guys, watch the sectors like the banks, watch the steel companies, and watch, there's one more sector that I forgot. Yeah, banks and steel companies are at the top of my head right now. So watch these for a long. I'm going to be sharing with you a stock that is one of the banks that is looking pretty good for a long. I'm just waiting for one thing to happen. All right. And that stock is JPM. And the reason why I want to share JP Morgan Chase with y'all is because of the structure that you see on the chart. It's quite clean and I like it a lot. All right, now we're gonna zoom in right there. We have the sell-off and then we have the consolidation. I like the way it's cooking sideways right here, and all it needs to do is to run this morning and to get above 149.33. Once that happens, this thing is going to run all the way up to 153. Either it could happen all in one day, or it could take a sweet time and get there by like Tuesday. But I'm watching for that breakout to take a trade on JP Morgan Chase. All right, so that's the first stock to keep on watch. A very simple structure. I see it, I like it. Breaks out and the volume is there and everything's nice. I think it's gonna run to 153. Is there a, yeah, there is what I expected. There is that right there. All right, watch it for a long. The next one that we're going to discuss is one of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. In the last video I've mentioned to keep an eye on CRM because it has earnings coming up, and I told you guys 430 is a level that I was anticipating. Right now it is going to open right here, right there at 430. Okay, will there be a little bit of a pullback? Maybe. All right, keep in mind that there is a gap to fill between 240 and 250. I wouldn't be surprised to see it get filled all in one day. I see right here is getting upgraded by a lot of other companies, and the price target is again at it got raised from 245 to 255, which is literally right at the gap that needs to get filled at some point in time. And how convenient would it be if it gets filled today, right? So watch this one for a potential long. It's looking good. I got my alert set on the charts. Again, I don't gamble through earnings. So this would be a day trading opportunity as long as it doesn't break below 225 and shows strength near the open. All right. Watch it for a push in this region. And if it doesn't get in there today, like let's say it takes a sweet time and just does a whole lot of this and chops and stays at the same price, it will look even better for tomorrow, because those contracts, especially the out of the money contracts, will lose a lot of value if nothing happens today. All right, so this is something to watch for today and tomorrow. Now, the next one to talk about in today's video, let's discuss Crowdstrike. This is another stock that had earnings. Now, Crowdstrike, this one is, I believe, cybersecurity. Yeah, it's a cybersecurity company. It reported earnings today. I see right here. Yeah, they're getting a buy rating from. They're pretty much getting upgraded, just like I showed you guys with CRM. Yeah, price targets at 175. They're pushing the price targets real high. The analysts, again, these analysts are sharing their opinions, just like I'm sharing my opinions on these stocks. What I see, apart from what they're putting out there, I see an inverse head and shoulders. I see a left shoulder. I see a head, and then I see a right shoulder right here. The neckline is right at 160 or 158, right there. So I would expect the first attempt to the neckline. I think it's gonna happen today. I have my alert at 153, so you should definitely consider setting your alert at 153. That way, when it rings, there may be an opportunity for a day trade up to 158, maybe even 160. All right. Usually, when the head and shoulders, when the inverse head and shoulders work out perfectly, they run all the way up to. Usually, they run all the way up to here. Usually. But for today, I expect the test of the neckline. Now to break it, that's another story, and that is for another video. All right, so that's my thoughts on that one. Now the last stock to share for today, that stock would be AFRM. Let's go for a small one. Yeah, this one right here, it crushed earnings. And the reason why I had a massive pump is because of the bullish trend that formed between yesterday and today, right? It broke out at the open and just ran all the way up to $18. And then from there, it's been chopping upwards, but it's been a slow, steady uptrend for this one. How high could it go? Again, the stock had been demolished for quite some time. And I do see something on the daily. I do see a bullish rectangle on the charts. So, and it already broke out yesterday. It could make moves to 2250. I don't know how fast that's gonna happen, and I don't know if it's gonna play games here first before breaking out, before really taking off later. So this is definitely something to keep on watch for today and also for tomorrow. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to demolish the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, if you these videos are released 15 to 20 minutes before the market opens. For early access to these videos, definitely click on the join button next to the subscribe button and select morning videos. All right, if you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that at the first link in the description of the video below. I'll put the details of the contracts that I see and the reason why I take trades that I take to begin with. It's all in there. All right, if you haven't followed me on social media, you can find me at NGumah at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, there's some basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes to sign up with all the tools you need to start immediately. You can also get some free stocks at signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.